I literally dropped out of college like after my first semester, which is crazy. What's up, y'all? It's the Riot, aka Ramiani, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. In this video, I'm just going to be breaking down and just letting everybody know the real reason and like the behind the scenes, everything that I went through on why I left Savannah State University. It's like some people know, and then other people, I didn't really give nobody a straightforward answer or like get into my business for real, because I didn't want to talk about it, and I haven't wanted to talk about it like in a while. But now it's been a whole year later. Literally, it's been exactly a year later, and I'm over it now. I'm over the situation. I'm healed mentally. I feel way better. I'm in a much better headspace. So now I actually feel comfortable talking with it. It don't bother me no more. Like, I'm not tripping about it no more for real. So I just wanted to like clear it up and like just answer these unanswered questions that people are just wondering, like, why did I leave? Because I literally dropped out of college like after my first semester, which is crazy because a lot of people, like, they know I was a very good student in high school. I graduated at the very top of my class. I was salutatorian, and once they saw the news that I was just like leaving college, everybody was just like, what happened, all this other stuff, da da da. So we finna get into it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just like, I'm just gonna say how it happened. I ain't trying to bet. Okay, so it's a lot of people that watch me, and it's a lot of people that I'm cool with that of course still attends the school. I'm not gonna sit here and bash the school in the video or bash anybody, but like I said, it was not for me. I do not like that place. That place in Savannah, Georgia in general will never see my face again, and that's just that on that. I moved in, it was August 9th or 10th of 2022. I graduated with class of 2022. I moved in last year, and everything was going well. When I tell y'all, I was so excited. Like, I was just like really happy to be starting a new chapter. I'm in a new city. I'm like away from my parents. I'm gonna be in a new environment. I'm gonna meet new people. I was really excited just to get out of Atlanta for a little bit and just experience something new and be around new people and be able to connect and like grow my YouTube channel and get my education in a new place. I was so excited. But then as I was moving in, I was recording a move-in vlog, and I was gonna do literally a whole lineup of YouTube videos related to me going to college, my first semester, first year, you know, how everybody do the whole little college series. I literally had prepared and was planning and recording everything, and then all of a sudden, literally as we were on the way down there, my phone messed up and it would not let me delete anything or clear any storage, or even if I tried to restart it, my phone literally would not let me record anymore. And at the time, I didn't have a camera. I didn't get a camera until the beginning of this year. So literally the YouTube stuff, before I even got there, it was dead. Like, it was nothing I could do. It was no way for me to be able to get a camera or to get a new phone, because it's just like I wasn't able to then. Like, so the YouTube stuff before I even got on campus was dead. So that's just that on that. We're gonna leave that there. Okay, but boom. Yeah, move in, everything was cool, everything was great. Before you move in, you get to like see who your roommate is. Like, you exchange like numbers or emails or whatever. So I mean, I had got her Instagram, she had got my Instagram, and from the looks of it, she was cool. Like, she is cool. Like, this ain't no roommate horror story, but we're gonna get into the roommate situation later. I'm not gonna bash that girl. But yeah, looking at it, she was cool. I was like, okay, this gonna be good. So I moved in. I stayed at Tiger Court. From the looks of how the rooms were set up, I just knew that that was gonna be the best option for me, because I like my own space. And the way our rooms were set up, it was like, okay, we was in a suite. It was a two-person suite, so we share a common area, which was like the vanity and all that stuff, and the shower and the bathroom, and then it broke off and we had two separate rooms. So I was on my side, she was on her side, everything was cool. Boom. Moving in, my parents literally stayed there the entire day, helped me move in all my stuff, really made sure I was straight, before they left me. So they stayed literally that entire day. I don't think they left until like, they didn't leave me until like 11 p.m. And mind you, Savannah is like almost a 4-hour drive from where I live. It's like it's technically speaking, it's like 3 hours and 50 something minutes. So we just gonna say it's 4 hours away, basically. Once I moved in, we were straight. I was happy. They left me. I was chilling, like I was good. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think that first night in, I think everybody came out their room a little bit. We was downstairs, like I think we was by the circle or just literally in front of the building. Everybody was mingling over there. Cool. Literally wasn't tripping. Was having a great grand time. Just minding my business. Just getting to know the people. Like getting to feel everybody vibe before I go actually interact with anybody. Me and my roommate, we spoke, but we didn't like immediately like click that instantly. Like we walked downstairs together, I think, and explore and stuff, but we didn't like start like full-blown conversations. I didn't really like engage with anybody because I'm the type of person I like to observe what's around me in the environment and just, like I said, pick up on everybody's vibes. So I was chilling, I was cool. So, you know, that whole weekend, like I said, it was like little events. We had welcome week. That was when we first started to, like, me and my roommate, and she had also had a friend that she went to school with. It was me, my roommate, and the friend. So we was all cool. We went basically everywhere together to all the events sometimes, and then eventually, like, my roommate, she had to leave a couple of times to go back home, whatever, so me and the friend would kick it sometimes. And it was just like everybody was cool, getting along, going to different events, like for the welcome week thing. And I saw a couple of people that I had went to school with before, like middle school, elementary school, just like people that I knew of, but I wasn't like close friends with them, but I seen a couple of familiar faces. So I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm chilling. Now time passes, time goes on. Like I said, it was me and my roommate and the extra friend. Then of course I had seen a couple of familiar faces from school, so I would hang out with them every now and then. And then I had met my twin, but we hadn't like got close yet how we are now. So I'm gonna mention Khalil because, like, I mean, we cool. So yeah, I had met Khalil, but we weren't like cool like how we are now. We just seen each other around every now and then. That was the first couple of weeks of me being there. Started classes. I found out my classes easily. I was able to get into my groove. Like I said, I'm a very studious person. Wasn't tripping. I was going to class, doing my stuff, and then still doing my work and going to events on campus at the same time. Like, you know, getting into that like freshman, like college, like party life just a little bit. I'm not a party person, but I would go to certain events with my roommate, with the other friend, and kick it with certain people just to be cool, just to vibe, have a good time. All that was good. Now we're gonna move further into the next couple of months. So I was like, okay, I want to get into an organization. I want to like do something on campus. Like I want to like make my mark and like make a name for myself, but in a good way, of course, because you can make a name for yourself in other ways. Like word gets around fast on campus. So I was like, I want to make a name for myself in a good way. So I was like, boom, okay, I want to be in student government. I didn't go down there with the intentions that I'm like, oh, I'm finna take over. But as time went on and as I got down there, I'm like, okay, this is something I could do. This is something I want to get into. I'm gonna do this. Got into student government, went to the little interest meeting and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to be president. I'm gonna be president. And that's exactly what I started to do. So I went home. I think I went home for one weekend, got my campaign stuff together, told my parents, they helped me get whatever, and I literally did my whole campaign. I can't remember how the process even went. Like, why can't I remember? But I think it was only like 3 or 4 of us in total whose name was actually on the ballot to vote for. But before that, it was a whole lot of people that wanted to do it, but I can't remember exactly what. Oh, because you had to write, like, was it an essay? We had to do something and submit some type of application in order to get our name on the ballot. And if you didn't do that, then your name wasn't put on the ballot. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was some type of thing that you had to do in order to get on the ballot. So yeah, of course, I did my stuff. I was like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this. And y'all know when it comes to me campaigning, if y'all see my TikTok, y'all see my prom campaign, I'm like the campaign, like I'm the campaign queen. I do this for when it comes to like running for stuff at school. So I did my little campaign and I won. I became president, long story short. And I was like, yes, like literally I was excited. I'm like, okay, I'm finna get, you know, like the freshman class, we finna be cool, we finna be like participating. I want people to get out their room, I want people to go to the events, like. But eventually as time moved past, the student government, it's very, I want to say this in a truthful but also a nice way, but I'm just gonna say it's very unorganized and it's very weird. Like, it took us a while before we were even able to be able to do stuff, because of just like the process of how the freshmen have to like transition into the student government. Like, they just literally throw you in the water and say swim. It's like, it's nothing like student government in high school, because the people that was, of course, of the other classes, they've already been there, of course, so it's easy for them to just get in office and be able to, like, you have to find a sponsor and do all this other stuff. But for us, like, we don't know nobody, like, we don't know none of the professors. Of course, this is our first year here, we've never been here before, we don't know nobody on campus for real, so we have to like literally learn and just get out there and do everything by ourselves. Like, Dave was not helping us for real, and it was just like, okay, it was getting annoying at a certain point, and it was just like my excitement for it after a while, it was just like dead, because this junk is just like, they really just blew me. Like, the whole thing of being president and stuff, and it was cool because everybody was like addressing me on campus. Like, a lot of people in the freshman class in my dorm bill and stuff, they knew me, they was like, what's up, Prez? Like, I was really excited to be president of the freshman class, but then just like the actual organization itself, it blew me. Like, it literally, I was just like, whatever, I don't even know why I did this, I'm never gonna run for this. Like, I don't want to be in student government at all, because this junk is really just dead. Like, and then the royals, like, it was just, ooh, and it was just favoritism, because it was just like the way it was set up, and how they would like, certain people would act towards her just because we were freshmen, and just like the way that, of course, okay, they're royals, but they would just get that just treatment that was just like, bro, like, okay, like, y'all are actual kings and queens, like, be for real. But anyway, now as time goes on, it's just like, okay, yeah, stuff was getting repetitive, like going to events and stuff, it was just like getting dead, because like I said, I'm not really a type of party person, and I only have a social battery to a certain extent. So once I'm like, okay, I've had enough, I'm gonna go to myself. Like, I was staying in my room, I don't want to, like, if I don't want to go to a party, I don't want to go to an event, I'm not gonna go, because eventually, like, I was just like, it was just dead. Like, they had blew me, certain stuff just had blew me. Every now and then when I did go to certain events, it was just like, I got to a point where I just got uncomfortable. We finna start getting into the bad. So, well, I technically, this was already getting into the bad. It was only a little bit of good, dang. But anyway, we all really get into the bad now. So whenever I would just go to certain events, or like we would have stuff where we would party in the circle, or have events in the gym, just like different stuff and different vibes, like different events we would go to. So now I got to a point where wherever I would go to these things and try to participate and just like vibe with other people, the vibe would just not be there, and I would just be uncomfortable, because literally every time I went somewhere, a dude would literally try to like touch me, or like grab me, or try to harass me in a very weird way, and I just was not feeling that junk. Like, it was getting annoying. It was just like, okay, this isn't something that's just foreign. Of course, that, you know, this is something that goes on, but that don't make it right. And I'm not the type of person that's on go. Like, I'm not one of them females that's just like, okay, I'm cool, I don't care. I'm not the type of female that go to a party and be twerking and doing all the other stuff and just wanted attention. Like, I stay to myself, I stay behind my twin. She the one who like to party and like to get lit. That ain't nothing wrong with that at all, but I'm behind her. Like, when we go somewhere, we together. Like, this is the point where I was getting real close with Kalia, and whenever we would go somewhere, we go together, we leave together, like, type stuff. I'm with her, dancing behind her, we cool. And I had made another friend who was friends and went to school with my ex, so just like a older brother, like protective type person. Like, we was cool. He was my dog. That's my dog for real. And I thank him to this day for like sticking by my side and being my dog for real. Him and Kalia, they were the people that got me through it, because we finna get into it for real. Yeah. So like I said, whenever we go where we went together. But now every time I would go somewhere, it's like literally for a split second, when nobody was looking, or when we was walking, somebody would like touch me in a weird type of way, somebody would try to grab me in a weird type of way, and it was just like, getting annoying. And I was like, I'm not that type of, like, I'd be like, bro, I'm not interested, leave me alone. I'm not on that type of stuff. I'm not the type of person who's asking or wanting for that type of attention. Why are you touching me? And it was just weird because it's like, why are all these males down here just have the mindset that you can just go around putting your hands on other females? Like, who raised you? What is wrong with you? Why are you doing that? So yeah, that right there, that was the icing on the cake for me. I was just like, yeah, I don't even want to go to no events no more. I don't want to go to no parties no more. Y'all can have it. I'll see y'all on Instagram. I will watch y'all. I will live through you. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm cool. Like, I'm fine with missing out on parties. I'm not gonna keep going and being uncomfortable and just like, I'm not feeling it. And it was even one occasion where a dude literally tried to, I'm not gonna speak on that, but he literally tried to, you know what? No, I'm not going nowhere. I feel unsafe. I feel very uncomfortable, and I'm not going for none of that. You're not finna get me. They kept trying. You're not finna get me. I'm not on that type of time. I'm not going for that. So stayed in my room, stopped going to events, and then eventually, as time moved past, as it started getting colder, I got the worst sinus infection of my life. Like, when I tell you I was so sick, I literally had to go to the urgent care on campus, and it was, I had to call my dad, and they was really finna call my primary doctor and get me some type of prescription sent over. But then they was able to give me medicine and give me an antibiotic on campus that I was able to take. And y'all, I was literally so sick. Kalia, that's my dog, that's my twin. I love her. I forever thank her. Like, she would bring me food to my room because I was so sick. Like, I didn't even want to leave the room. She would make sure I'm good. She would make sure I'm straight. My dog, he would make sure I'm straight. And of course, with me getting sick, I couldn't leave my room because I didn't want to get nobody else sick. So yeah, I was in my room for a long time until I was able to get better, until I was able to go to class. And then that led me getting like behind in my algebra class because, of course, you know, math, that's something that I gotta be in your face. That's something that I have to be right there on, locked in, focused on, in order for me to get, because math is my weakest subject. So I was kind of like falling behind a little bit in that class. I had to catch back up. And it was just annoying because the professor, he was literally a butthole, and that man got on my nerves so bad. Like, he was not understanding whatsoever. And it was just like, bro, like, people get sick, like, help a girl out. Like, what do you mean? Once I did get better, wasn't going to events no more, I wasn't feeling it. And then after everything that was happening with the student government thing, I stepped down and I gave my position to my vice president. I love her. She's a very sweet person. She was a cool person that I met too. I really messed with that girl. She was cool. She was understanding, because I didn't specifically tell people what was going on with me, but she was just like, you don't need to explain yourself. I understand. Da da da. I got you. Like, she's cool. I love her. So she stepped up. She took my position because I was just like, I can't do it. I'm over it. I don't want to go to events no more. I literally just almost died because I was sick. I had the worst sinus infection of my life, and every time I leave my freaking room, something happens. Like, I was getting that. It was getting that bad. It was so uncomfortable for me. I literally got to a point where I was getting depressed. Like, I was not responding no more. I wasn't talking to my roommate. I wasn't. Khalil was like, where are you? You good? People were looking for me. They literally, nobody had seen me in so long. I was not leaving my room to go eat. Like, it got to a point where Khalil was like, girl, you need to go eat. Like, even my best friend was like, you need to leave your room. Like, you need to eat something. He was literally sending me money to like DoorDash because he was like, bro, get something to eat. Like, I was not eating no more. I was not going to class no more. I was literally over it. I had got so depressed where I was not getting out of my bed at all. And it was to the point where they literally had some type of, I'm congested right now, y'all, excuse that. It was to the point where I literally would receive text messages and phone calls from some type of on-campus counselor. It was like, if you need to talk to somebody, we're here for you. They would literally send people to knock on my door because nobody had seen me in that long. They thought, yeah. So I literally had to answer the phone or text her back, or she was like, I'm gonna send somebody to your room if you don't respond to me. Like, somebody literally had our RA or whoever the main director, he was like, you know, make sure that she check in with Kalia was like, make sure that she check in with you. If not, we're gonna have to send somebody to her room. It was literally getting that bad to the point where it was that serious. Like, I had to speak to the little counselor lady that I had met, and it was another administrator. He would bring food to my room, and they were literally like, I I really am thankful for them people, because they were literally like nurturing me and make sure I'm good and speaking to me and talking to me about my depression and all that stuff, until I was able to like get slightly better, to where Kalia was able to get me out my room now. But it wasn't like I was still just over it and wanted to go home at that point. We're gonna get into the roommate stuff. So this was like before all the other stuff happened. Homecoming was good for me. It was fun. All the other stuff, like I said, me and my roommate and our other friend, we would go to different things before like everything started getting bad. But as time moved on, like I said, I'm the type of person where I like my own space, and it's just like certain standards that I have when it comes to my living situations. So the roommate that I had, it wasn't like, she was not no bad, like I don't have no horror story of roommate. She didn't do nothing to me specifically, but it was just like little things like cleaning up. I felt like I was the only person cleaning all the time, but then again, she would also leave and go home on the weekends. But it was just like, okay, when you are there, you could at least clean the common area at least like more than what I am. But anyway, wasn't tripping on that. It was just like being loud and just annoying, like little obnoxious stuff like bro, if I'm trying to sleep and just like enjoy my own company, enjoy my own peace, and just be like chilling in my room, I don't want to hear your loud mouth self and just all this other stuff. It was just like little annoying and obnoxious things that was just unnecessary, as to why I was like, yeah, I don't never want a roommate again. I just like being by myself and having my own peace of quiet and being in my own space. I wasn't tripping about like, the music thing, because we would both play music. We would both like listen to each other playlist. That was cool when we was in the shower, when we was cleaning. The music stuff was cool, but it was just like after a certain amount of time, or like if it's late at night and you know people trying to sleep, why are you blasting music? Why are you talking on the phone so loud? Like, why are you doing just little annoying, just like inconvenient things? So that's why I'm not gonna get into like a whole roommate horror story, because that wasn't what made me leave. But it was just, it made me realize that I really like having my own space and my own peace, because at home I'm the last child. I have older siblings, but I'm the last one left in the house, and I've been the last one for the last 4 or 5 years, since about 9th grade. That was when my other sister moved out. So it's literally just me and my parents. So I be in my room on the side of the house, they be in their room, and we all just mind our business. I ain't got no problem with that. Being in such close proximity to each other and having to deal with them going in and out and just being loud at different type of times of the night, I wasn't rocking with it. I wasn't feeling it. So moving past that, I don't know how I got this scarf on my head, but it keep doing whatever it's doing. It's doing its own thing. Now we gonna move towards the end, well, close to the end. Let me see. It was about, oh, we getting closer to Thanksgiving break. Some people, they choose to go home for Thanksgiving break. So now we're getting closer to that point. Like I said, after all the other stuff had happened, I wasn't going to no events no more. I had stopped going to class. Eventually I did start back going to class just a little bit, but I literally was not going around nobody. I would see Kalia every now and then. I would go hang in her room and talk to her. I would go, like, if I need to go to the grocery store, I would ride with my dog, stuff like that. I really wasn't going around my roommate or the other friend that we had, and it wasn't nothing like personal. I didn't have no beef with them. I didn't have no animosity towards them. I literally just did not want to be around nobody, and them two people were the only two people that I could tolerate who understood what I was going through, and they were like, I was really close and had got cool with them. They were the only two people that I really wanted to be around for real. And I had made a couple of other friends, and I would see them every now and then. You know, we would speak on campus and stuff. If I was walking around and I seen them, I would speak to those people, but them two people were the only people that I was really actually like purposely going around. And as Thanksgiving break came up, I literally told my dad, I was like, I don't want to do this. I do not like this school. I don't want to be here. I didn't tell him the stuff that was going on with like the harassing thing, but I was just like, I just don't feel comfortable. I don't want to do this. And I literally had told my godmama, and she knew what I was talking about. Like, you could hear it in my voice, and she know that I wasn't really saying it, but she could tell what it was. By me saying the dudes are weird and I'm uncomfortable, she already knew like what it was. So he was like, all right, I hear you. I ain't gonna force you, da 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 da. If that's what you want to do, think about it, pray about it, and I'll come get you. And so I took a couple of days. I thought about it, and I was like, do I really want to sit here and be miserable and not leave my room for real, and only speak to two people and not feel comfortable and not be happy literally miserable. Like, y'all, I had got so miserable and so depressed and in such a low mental state of mind that it was terrible. Like, I didn't even recognize myself no more, and I was like, I'm not finna sit here and let this school and let this environment and let all these different factors that's going on, I'm not finna sit here and keep dealing with it. No, I'm not feeling it. So he was like, okay, boom, Thanksgiving break come around. He came, we packed up literally half of my stuff, everything that I needed. Other little decorations I left until it was like officially time to move out at the end of the year, but the stuff that I needed and the stuff that I really wanted to bring up with me, he packed up the entire car. He came and got me, and I was like, I'm out. I don't want to be here. I hate it here. I literally hate it here. Y'all not finna see me again. I don't want to be here. No. Then on top of that, this was just like other little things that I didn't really go into full detail, but y'all get the gist of it. It was just like when I first got there, my mom was in the hospital. Of course, like, if something was wrong with your mother, you're gonna want to be with your mother. I wanted to go home then, but of course couldn't go home. My grandma was in the hospital at one point. This was the time where they were starting to tell me. Nobody really told me how bad it was, but I can kind of like get a gist of it for myself. I didn't even know that my auntie was getting to a point where she was getting to, yeah, I didn't even know my auntie had got that bad. Right when I got there, my cousin had got killed. I wasn't close to him or anything, but it was just the fact that all these different things was going on and I wasn't with my family. Was literally just like, no, like, why did I want to move and go to college so far away? Because I was just like, oh, I want to be grown. I want to get away from my parents. I want to get out the house. I want to see new stuff and experience new things, But I'm like, bro, I realized how I like being at home. I like being around my family. I like being able to like get in my car. I didn't have my car either. I like being able to get in my car, go check on my people, and just like, I'm free here. Like, I like being at home. Down there, I just felt stuck. Like, I literally just felt miserable. And then right before I came back for Thanksgiving break, my auntie ended up passing away, and I was literally just like so hurt over that because I didn't get to see her before that happened, because I didn't know it was getting that bad. Like, I spoke to her on the phone, and of course I knew that she was sick, but I didn't know that it was getting that bad. And that junk, it bothers me to this day. I've came to reason with it. I came to level with it now, but it bothered me so bad, and it just hurt me because I didn't get to say bye in a way. So like I said, it was just, ooh, I'm getting emotional. Give me a second. I ain't about to cry on this camera. Y'all better give me a second. Like I say, it was just a mixture of different components and different things all came together and just made me like, no, this school is not for me. This is not the route that I want to go. Even the major that I chose, as I was like, of course, once you first get there, you don't really get deep into your major. You start like the intro level classes to your major. Even with that class, I'm just like, bro, why did I pick this major? Like, this ain't even what I want to do. I was like trying to like hype myself up in the head and be like, oh, like, this would be good for me, trying to convince myself that this is what I needed to do. But no, the school, it was just like, it was just too ghetto for me. And even my teacher, my mentor from high school, Miss Potter, shout out to her, love her, she literally said before, even when I made my decision, she was like, are you sure you want to go there? Like, it's ghetto. Like, are you sure that that's your choice? And I was like, yeah, like, I mean, it seemed cool, it don't seem bad. It's like, it's not too far away from home, but it's not here. Like, I just wanted to get out and branch out. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like, what? she was right. I give her props to this day. She knows me very well. It was ghetto. Like, no. And I'm not even no bougie, like, uppity type of person. I mean, I live on the east side. I done seen some things. I done witnessed some things. But that right there, no. It was corny ghetto. Like, it was uncomfortable ghetto. It was just like, what are y'all doing? Who raised y'all ghetto? So yeah, after her going through all of that stuff, and I talked to my parents, I talked to my dad, I was like, this ain't for me. I don't want to do this right now. I want to do YouTube. And he was like, okay, I'm not gonna force you to do something that you don't want to do. I want you to make up your mind. I was just like, I need a break. I have been going to school all my life. I have been going hard. I'm an A+ student. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do. I ain't never getting no trouble. I've been doing everything I want. I want to have a break, and I want to take the time to do something for myself and to do what I love. So I was just like, I want to do YouTube. He bought me my camera. I started working, I got my job, and that's what I've been doing. I've been grinding for the last 5, almost 6 months. I've been doing my YouTube stuff, and now a whole year later, I am in a much better place. I am happier. I am mentally like stable to a point where I don't have like these really bad depressive episodes anymore. I've been getting closer to God. I have just been learning to deal with different things and just heal and just make changes within myself that have benefited me in a very good way. And I'm in a very much better place than I was this time last year, and I'm very thankful for that, because your girl had gotten so low, and I had gotten to a point where it was literally just like I wanted to, yeah, I ain't even gonna speak on because I don't want to, it's certain things you can't say on YouTube, but I literally had gotten to that point, like it was so bad mentally and it was just terrible. So I made up my mind. I had some time to think about it and to get into this YouTube stuff. This is what I want to do full time. I want to be a content creator. I want to be a graphic designer. This is what I love doing. So I am going back to school in the spring semester. I will be revealing what school I'm going to. What's this month? I think, yeah, next month, September, I'll be telling what school I'm going to in September. I just wanted to make sure I had crossed my T's, dot my I's, got everything together before I just told people where I was going. So I will be going back to school in the spring, and I am changing my major. It was business marketing, but now it's going to be interactive design, which is more targeted towards what I really like to do and what I love doing. And I'm grateful. Do I regret going there and doing what I did? No, because I was able to learn things, and I was able to see and get a taste of how people are in this world and experience things that just strengthened me as a person and allowed me to realize a lot of things about myself, and like what I like, what I don't like, and what I will tolerate, what I don't tolerate. So I don't regret it at all. And also because I met a lot of great people, not people that I'm like close with, but people that are actually genuine. I met a lot of cool people. Like I said, I got close to my twin. I met my dog. Like, I met a lot of cool, genuine people who I actually could like rock it with in real life down there. So I don't regret that part at all. And I don't knock the school, but it's just like it was not for me. But would I do it again? Absolutely not. You cannot pay me all the money in the world to go back to that school. Savannah, Georgia itself will never see my face again, and I meant that. That's just what it is. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It was so funny, y'all. Once I was moving out, I gave Kalia all my little SSU decorations, all my little merch and stuff that I had bought. I gave her everything. I did keep a couple of the t-shirts. I think I kept like 2 or 3 t-shirts just to sleep in, just because, I mean, I messed with the colors. The orange and blue, it was hard. Like, I messed with the merch and stuff that we had, but it was just like, I didn't want to hold on to some of them other memories. So I kept a couple of t-shirts, gave her the rest of the stuff, and it was just funny. But with all that being said, that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you all went on to enjoy. I hope that cleared up some of the confusion and the answer questions on why I left so abruptly in the way that I did, and why I literally just deleted everything and stopped speaking on that school altogether in general. That basically sums it up. I am excited to be starting a new journey and to be starting over and doing college the right way, which I wanted to do in the beginning, because that whole thing, going through that, it made me like say I don't even want to go to college anymore. But knowing me, I actually like being a student, and I actually want to go and get a degree and get my education in something that I actually enjoy, and be able to do the college life the right way. So I'm excited, and I'm happy, and I'm grateful that I'm in a much better place now. And yeah, like I said, hope y'all enjoyed the story, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
ATL, check up, ATL, telling me you falling out of love with me. Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did.